So it is super important that you have to be online, you have to have a good presence. You can grow from there. You can, instead of being a foundational thing, you can actually grow and promote your business online and get customers. Attention to detail. Kind of, I had this picture, the picture of what it meant to be changed a lot for the last few years, and it's continuing to change. Every little pixel, every little detail. And I feel like that's what differentiates a lot of people from where they start and where they go. Most of the time, it's just coming back, pay really, really good attention to detail. And it's hard to.
Hi guys, welcome back to another very special episode for me closer to my heart. It's none other than Santhoshan Rajendran, like a close friend of mine. It's been school days from when I was there. Who is a marketing specialist for the healthcare industry. So it's going to be interesting episode. Hi.
As usual, thank you for having me.
He's flying tonight and we are just doing a quick episode. But let's just start. Who is Santho?
Good question. Something I thought about. This personally, I'd say it's just someone who's curious, like to explore things in different domains. Professionally, I'm an accidental marketer because that's not what I planned or scripted. It just so happened. So I currently am a digital marketing specialist, working in a marketing agency in Australia. That's what I do for a minute.
So if I just ask you this, in terms of the healthcare industry, and like I asked similarly, is that the building of promoting the healthcare industry, like SEO, like you are a specialist there. What is the effect that it brings to the industry as well as to brand?
Yeah, no, that's the question. I'm sure everyone knows today everything's digital, and just a big quick background. I work with mostly small to medium businesses there, so like dentists, physios, chiros, anything of that sort, and some businesses that are like multi-clinic and things like that. Today, everyone, including patients, are browsing for dentists online. I'll give you a good example. Obviously, I've been there for some time, so I brought the same habits here. So when I came here, dentistry is cheap. I good dentist, couldn't find anything. So obviously, I asked my mom, and she said so-and-so dental clinic, and first thing I did naturally was Google it, but I could find the time, number, just the address. So then I had to physically go there to find out, okay, when can I get an appointment? So that I feel is the natural behavior now for many of us, especially the young generation. I'm sure you do the same as well. Even the older people are a bit tech savvy now, so they just, let's say they want a dentist or osteo, they just go first. Anything that shows up in the top few is what they most frequently visit. So it is super important that you have to be online, you have to have a good presence. Doesn't have to be obviously overly like some businesses, they just go really hard, but they have to cover the basics. So that's where my job starts. So obviously, let's say you're a clinic, we get you onto Google, we get you what's called a Google Business Profile, get all the bases set up and get your website indexed. Sometimes you can search for a business name and that exact business won't show up if you don't show a certain thing. So that's where SEO starts. But you can grow from there. You can, instead of being a foundational thing, you can actually grow and promote your business online and get customers. So yeah, that's what I do. And
you just take a step back from where does this journey begin? I know knowing you from school days. So did you have this being marketer in mind, or how does it?
Not at all. So in school, I primarily did accounting. That's what naturally came to me, and when I was obviously going to go abroad and put my options on the table, I felt a bit more attracted towards economics. So I was like, you know what, I just do it, like coming to that curiosity part, do what I like, and then just let the rest figure itself out. And naturally, as the degree finished, as everyone would do, I was looking for a job. And then at the time, it was just post-COVID, and wasn't especially because I'm on a visa and things like that. It was super hard to get a job in that domain, especially for economics, it's all central banks and stuff like that. Not hiring. So I was like, you know what, let me apply for anything. And then interestingly, I landed an internship at a helicopter company. Again, just ran, it's
So
no,
they
they're
like-
not don't correct.
They like rent helicopters and
No, so they do helicopter tours around.
Okay.
So it was owned by this person called Edward, who's one of my close mentors now, and he's been really helpful in kind of shaping my direction. That's where I started. So that was just an internship, and it was a really small company. He was just starting off as well, and he was like, you know what, we'll build this up, and I was like, yeah, I'll help you, and that was my initial job. 60% was SEO, so that's where I learned how to do it, and he had a manager who kind of taught me hands-on. And the rest of the 40% was tinkering with email marketing, Facebook, anything that needed business to grow. And we actually ended up growing it from literally from zero revenue to about 500 to 600,000 a year, which was pretty good given that it was just 15 months.
Oh,
So
but that's just
it was
beautiful.
a fun journey because it was just like go, go, go. And then I a little bit active in LinkedIn, as you know, you're quite active there as well. And one day I got reached out from this recruiter saying we have this job in the agency, and I was like, I thought it was time for me to try something new, and it was an SEO specialist role. So that's when I moved to Carpet is the only role.
So the element of the show is that I ask tough questions.
Yeah.
I probably a bit less than 25.
Yeah.
But you just have to answer in one word or one sentence. You can explain it like
rapid fire kind of thing.
yeah, kind of yeah. So what is the best advice that you have received from someone?
Oh, come on, man. Honestly, that's the best. There's a backstory to this. If you have time to
Yeah,
go through that. So, I say that's the best one because I find like generally here and myself included, I get late. When I say late, it's not like obviously 1 hour or half an hour. It's like if it's 10:05 is what you can expect me to come.
Yeah.
So one day I was walking to meet Brentwood. I thought a person name was like, it was 10:03, I think I remember. And when I walked in, he just looked at me and was like, good morning. I sat down and I was like, can you sit for a second? Okay, that's a bit weird because it's normal day. I was like, when I said 10, I usually know you come at around 10:05, that's what I can expect. And he said, when you work in bigger environments and as you grow, people expect you to come 5 minutes before. So 10 is actually 9:55.
Yeah.
It was like, come on time, show that you value that other person's time. So that was the best advice I ever received.
If you had the chance to go flashback to young days,
Yeah.
if you had to pursue different career, or will you be continuing in this career? If there's something, a change that you have brought, or is it the same?
I don't think I've changed anything. It's because it's a lot of experiences, little things along the way that I learned that kind of compounded where I went and where I want to go, and a lot of skills that I've learned that has proven to come right for me. So I want to continue, just be curious, just going the path that obviously I have a certain goal or direction that I'm going, but flexible in terms of changing it.
So Santho, what I notice is like SEO, marketing areas, those are like very niche terms and probably like many people doesn't know what they are.
Yeah.
So what is that one message that if you could give to the youth,
Yeah.
that there's this special thing rather than normal software engineers, what we do is
Yeah.
something beyond that, beyond marketing,
Yeah.
something very deep. If there's any message that you would like to give an advice or
Yeah.
inspiration, what would it be?
I wouldn't say advice, but I'd say a recommendation. Something that I learned as well, it's the second best advice I got, is attention to detail. It kind of, I had this picture, the picture of what it meant to me changed a lot over the last few years, and it's continuing to change. I thought, okay, you know what, everything should be like things like that, but like every little pixel, every little detail. And I feel like that's what differentiates a lot of people from where they start and where they go. Most of the time, it's just common time, pay really, really good attention to detail. And it's hard to kind of get that picture until you meet someone who has that attention to detail. For example, because you're a fan of Steve Bartlett, there's a backstory here, but
He met Steven, but he actually went to his show.
Yeah.
His show in Australia.
Yeah, it was really good, and he brought this up as well. And I'll give you a good example of how far they go, right? So, really good setup here, by the way. Side note. He said when the guests come, they research what that guest's favorite music is, and as they walk through the door, they play that music. So that's one example. And example number 2 is they've spoken to like a doctor and identified what the optimal temperature is for someone to feel relaxed, and they set the whole room temperature to be that exact number. It's like details you don't really
definitely
think come front of mind, but they fuss about those little details. So I'd say like whatever work you do, just obviously try to pay attention to all the little details, and the rest will come by.
This is one of the fastest planned episodes when Santho came to Sri Lanka. And it was 2 weeks back, and it was like, Mali, let's do an episode. I was like, let's do it. He's been in the SEO space and been really brilliant on it. And I've been getting so much insights from this as well. Thank you so much for coming today. And I know you have quick flight tonight as well. Please come back again, and I hope I'll come to Australia as well, and we can do an episode there.
Let's do it. Make sure to bring all these guys.
All the best.
Thank you, Rasan. Thank you for having me.